go anytime.
Okay. Hey guys, it's Amy from Two Oaks Farmstead, and I wanted to pop in for a moment and do a video real quick on the proper way to cut up a backstrap, venison, of course. Now, there's a lot of things that you can do with venison, with deer and stuff. I've got, in fact, I'm going to show you. My lovely assistant can pan down here. These things right here are little steaklets, I'm going to call them, that I have cut from the hind leg of a doe that my husband got. I'm going to be want to stick around for this because my next video after this one will be, basically it's going to be a product review, and it's going to be a how-to on making chicken fried steak. At least the beginning process, not the cooking process. But what I wanted to show you here is the steaks that I'm going to be cutting from the backstrap. Now, a backstrap, just so you know, is in a pig or something like that. They call it the loin. It's the one that goes down on either side of the spine, and it's the most tender, the juiciest. It's the best cut from a deer. But I want to show you now. Show you this. This is the back of it. This is the silver skin. This is the stuff that you do not want. You want to get rid of this, right? Okay, I'm also canning, so I'm going to turn this off real fast. Okay, so you want to get rid of this. Now, it's kind of a pain in the tail end to cut this off. However, there is a trick for it. Now, what I've got here is I'm going to go ahead and get started on the end. Let me show you this. Okay, here's the thick end. Okay, it goes down to kind of a thin end, and as that silver skin comes down, it actually ends up splitting it right here. So I do something different with it when it gets back here. But to start it off, I'm going to cut kind of at an angle and get that first little end off of it. And then I'm going to continue cutting at an angle. It gives me a larger steak. And I try to cut them. I do some that are that thin, and then I do some that are thicker. But I'm going to start off right here. Cut down at an angle. And once I get to that bottom, I can feel it. When it gets down there, I can feel how kind of it gets tougher. So then I turn my knife a little bit, and I start just sawing. Okay, and that takes me off of that stuff right there. So now I've got a nice little steak to end up with. It's better, believe it or not, this is a doe. She's not as big as a normal backstrap that I would have gotten from an older buck. But tender and juicy is what she's going to be. But this still makes a very nice little steak. You can do them thicker, of course, and it's closer to like a fillet. In fact, let me cut one and show you. I'm going to make a thicker one here. Still going to cut at an angle. Get down to the bottom, go sideways, and saw it off. And then when we get up there, if there's any left, you just kind of take that off. But now that's a nice thick steak, more similar to like a fillet. And we'll do a variety of things. I do a really neat marinade with them that makes them just perfect. It's apple juice, Worcestershire, and minced garlic, and some salt and pepper. Put it all in a Ziploc bag together, throw it in the fridge all day, and then when you're ready to grill it, it's perfect. Anyway, so that is the best way to cut up your backstrap. Now, once I get down to this end where the silver skin goes in between here, it splits these up. And you can make that kind of like a tenderloin, which is actually not this. It's found on the inside of the rib cage. But you can do it kind of like that. You can grill it up or bake it up just like that. Because they will be skinnier. It'll probably end up being about that big around, but still super, super tender and yummy. So lots of different things that you can do with those, but I wanted to show you that because a lot of people kind of mess these up when they're trying to cut that silver skin off. And then I will show you this last thing. when you get down to the side of it, it always has a little bit of that left on. You just take your knife down the edge of it and pull it over before you start the slicing, before you get to that point. Just kind of take that off of there, and you can see that's where the silver skin starts going in and separating these two sides. These little pieces right here, I just slice right off. Make sure you've got a really sharp knife that really makes good, easy work of this. Alright, so I'm going to finish these up, and then the next video I'm going to be doing will be the chicken fried steak one. That's all I call it. It's a tenderizer, and it's a thing I just recently ordered and got in that goes on the end of my KitchenAid, which is my very favorite appliance. I would save this over my oven. I could bake over fire if I need to. This is my absolute favorite machine, and all the little appliances that go to it. But I did just recently get that in, and I will be doing a product review, and I will be showing you what we do for chicken fried steak. So y'all tune in.